Great response from our group. It's tough to get a split, and obviously the Friday game was tight. It's tough to lose in overtime. We had that comeback there, and so tough to lose Friday night, but it's so important to bounce back, forget about it, move on, get better. We had some adjustments we wanted to make today, and felt like we did a good job of that, and it took us a little bit to get going still. I thought Maine had a really strong start, but great to get that goal from Annie's son in the first. It was a beauty and tied it, obviously, and then just a really good second period from us that helped us kind of pull away. So really good effort, and, winning it's not always perfect. It's not always pretty, but feel like we did what we needed to do to get the job done and got scoring from a lot of different areas, which was great to see.
Yeah, last night we talked a lot about the response of the team, and you responded last night, and then today with the overall 60 felt like it was a big response and big momentum shift for this team. So can you just talk about the relentlessness of your group?
We want to just keep getting better. We want to be the best at getting better, and feel like we're seeing that from our team. I think we're a much different team than we were a month or 2 months ago, especially in the offensive zone, and so much of it comes down to responding, and just, we want to continue to do the things that we did well yesterday. We wanted to continue to do that today, and then, you got to be willing and able to be aware where you got to be better and accept that and move forward. So thought we did a really good job of that. Defensively, we wanted to be stronger. We wanted to win more battles. Had a couple adjustments on the forecheck, and felt like we did a good job of implementing those. And again, offensively, I think we've just taken really big strides in the last couple weeks, and obviously creating and scoring a lot of goals, and that helps. When you have that kind of run support, good things are probably going to happen. So great effort today in that regard.
Defensively, just stepped it up all around today. What did you see from that group? Biggest changes that you saw from last night to tonight?
Yeah, I think, we wanted to initiate a little bit more, be more physical, not watch so much. We got caught puck watching a little bit yesterday, and I think probably a little bit of product of the bye weekend, when you don't get those game reps, but that can't be an excuse. Like, we've got to find a way, and felt like, we initiated more today, closed down plays, working together, and we still have some things we want to get better at in our end, but I think, we're much better today and got a great performance from Ainsley Tuffy in net, so that was huge too.
And then on Tuffy, another quality start from the goaltender. Feels like we had one every weekend. Can you talk about her performance tonight, what you saw from her, and just the overall core in general through 7 weeks now?
Yeah, Ainsley had a great game, and she hadn't played in a couple weeks, and sometimes that can be tough, but she was ready to go, and we say it, over and over, our goalies are in a great competition. They're making each other better. They're making us better. It just felt like Ainsley was ready to go. We knew she would be, and she was cutting down angles and being athletic when she needed to use it. We certainly gave up more odd man rushes than we'd like to, but she was there. It was a brick wall, did a great job. And, to score on that break, or give up that breakaway early in the first, that's a tough one for us to give up and have to, she had a lot of pressure to face, but she absorbed it and just had a really good performance, had like 31 saves or something like that. So just did a great job, and we know we can rely on her, and thought that was great to see.
That win after a gritty game last night.
Yeah, it was good. We knew last night that we had more to show them, and our message from the locker room was just go out there and show that we can work harder and put a better 60 minutes together, and I think we did that.
Can you just talk about the offense in general? You guys have been flying lately. Put up 3 last night, 3 the game before, 5 tonight. What is this group, or just talk about how hard this group has worked to get to this point?
Yeah, it starts in practice. We've been buzzing on all cylinders, comes from working hard, and that's the message all around. And when we do that and we stick to the system and run our plays in the O-zone, not much can stop us. So I think we've just been doing well there.
And then goals in back-to-back games. How does that feel for you, finally getting those first 2 to go across the line? What kind of confidence does that give you going into a big weekend next weekend?
Yeah, it's important to get those in the back of the net and feel a little confidence going into the next weekend. I think overall it's just anything I can do to help the team, and I've been feeling confident out there with my line mates, and it's been nice to get those, but also just to help the team in any way that I can.